What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a beautiful day in Tennessee. I hope everyone's staying safe and healthy. For those who are not healthy, please get better soon. Today, MicroBrand. I haven't done a MicroBrand. I don't know anything about MicroBrands, but I had one sent to me. We're going to take a look at it and see what we think. Stay tuned. Alright guys, today we're going to be looking at an EMG watches piece, a collab from HKED watches. I believe that's how you say that as we open this up. And I should say this did not come from EMG watches. This came from Scott of Scott Keeps Time. He knows I'm out of work for a couple of weeks and thought that I could use some content, so he sent me a few watches. This is the second one I've reviewed, and he also sent me these straps, which I will review in an upcoming video. These from a company that sent them to him. He had some interest in them. We'll get to those at a later date, sometime this week. But for now, the watch. This is a watch from the company founded in 2016. This is the Nemo. This is a 200-meter dive watch created in 2018. This is the newest model, the Nemo 200 meter. It is a 40 millimeter piece, stainless steel, obviously on a stainless steel bead of rice bracelet with a catcher clasp and double deployment on the clasp. Very nice. Doesn't look like it has a diver extension, which is a little disappointing, but an incredibly nice clasp nonetheless. And this is a pull-out crown, a screw-out crown, I should say. So you have your screw-down crown. This is an automatic, also manual windable. Now we're going to set the time. I don't guess it really matters what time it is, because when you see this, it'll be a different time than when I'm setting it, but I don't know, I'm OCD. So get the time, wind it a little bit more until that second hand starts moving. I'm not really sure how many winds I should give it. I'll give it about 20. It looks like it's going pretty good now, so we'll push that in very slightly and screw it down just to where you have a little tension. You don't want to over tighten these screw down crowns, guys. You just want them to where that they have a seal. Beautiful sky blue, sort of an aqua blue dial. This beautiful bracelet looks extremely comfortable, looks extremely well made. I'm hoping it's as comfortable as it looks like it's going to be. But overall, I like the bracelet so far. We're going to look at these straps. I'll probably put one on the watch to try on. But while I have it on, I'm not going to size it, but you can see even with it not being sized, it is extremely comfortable, extremely form-fitting. The bead of rice just kind of lays across your wrist. I have a 6 3/4 wrist. You can see it sits very well. It's a 40 millimeter case with a lug-to-lug of 47 millimeters, and it actually has drilled lugs, which we'll talk about in a moment. 13.5 millimeter height from case back to top of the sapphire crystal, and it does have a domed sapphire crystal. Also, as I take the clasp off, also the bezel is ceramic. This is a 120 click bezel, as you can hear it. Very solid clicks there. I like the clicks. And if you don't know how to work these bezels, it's really simple. You move the pip, or in this case the arrow, to the minute hand. You can see there's no play there. And as the minute hand progresses, all you have to do is look at the bezel and you know exactly how much time has elapsed. For example, if the minute hand is under the 20 on the bezel, 20 minutes has elapsed. Super simple. So I'm OCD, so I'm going to put this back at 12. Not quite. One more click, and perfect. Yeah, just amazing. So a little bit about this company while we take a look at it. So EMG Watches was started in 2016 by a couple of Watch You Seek members. Those guys were quickly joined by a gentleman by the name of Eddie C, I believe is how you say his name, who heads up HKED Watches. You may recognize HKED. They have a huge presence on Instagram and online, and you can see the emblem up at the 12 o'clock position. So the screw in ENDLINKS, which I'm very impressed with. You have about 6 on each side, it looks like. You do have a drill lug, so instead of using your fork, you use the poker end of the tool to release the bracelet, which makes things very simple, makes things very easy, a lot of less stress on you to change out bracelets. And while we're talking about changing out bracelets, I actually have removed the bracelet, so you can see that case back, which is just beautiful with that etching. Very cool. The Nemo automatic diver is a 200 millimeter driver, and you can see that drilled in length there. It does have a Bakelite looking bezel, but this is a ceramic bezel. It's a loomed bezel as well, which I find very impressive. The bead of rice bracelet, it is individual beads, as you can see here, with removable ENDLINKS there, screw in links. You have a catcher clasp with a double pusher for the clasp itself. No dive extension, which is a little bummer, but overall not bad at all. You have solid removable ENDLINKS here. Very well done, if not maybe just a little rough around the edges on the inside here. But overall, this is a $450 watch, guys, including the bead of rice bracelet. So try to find that value in a large brand. It's going to be very difficult. $450, ceramic bezel, loomed bezel, engraved case back, screw on case back, screw down crown, as we see it on one of these straps that was sent to me. And again, I'll do a review of these straps coming this week. But for now, I just slapped it on here. I really like the blue against this sky blue, this light blue. And speaking of sky blue, we take it outside to see it under natural light. This is gorgeous. We have polished and loomed applied indices. We have polished and loom hands. We have a polished applied logo at 12. Just a lot of stuff. The loom is actually Super Luminova. It's the C3 X1 loom, which I believe is the same Super Luminova used in Seiko. I'm not 100% sure of that, but I believe it is. The movement itself is a Miyota movement. It's the 90S5 automatic, which is a very good movement. I'm not a huge fan of Miyota movements, but for the price, you get a lot of watch. And I really like this Bakelite-esque bezel, this flat black as opposed to the polished black that so many. And there's my cat. That's Buddy. Not sure what Buddy is after. What else about this thing? So you have an internal AR coating on the domed sapphire crystal. Again, that vintage styling of the dial, the bezel, and even the overall shape of the case gives it a throwback to 60s through 70s diver, which is something I really like. You know, I collect some vintage watches, and that made me very happy to see. This company, they do 3 chronographs technically. Only one is in production. One was a limited edition, and then the other is to be released soon. As we look at the diver with an incredible amount of loom. Now, I literally just walked from outside. I had been outside maybe 5 minutes into a dark room, and you can see how bright this loom is. I'm going to leave it running for a minute so you can kind of see. The lume does fade over this minute, but again, I was only outside for 3 to 5 minutes on a not super bright day. So very, very happy with the lume. More lume than you get on some of the luxury brands these days, and brighter at that, and quicker to charge, I might say. This is a multicultural company, which I find kind of cool. You have a gentleman from Michigan, a gentleman from Scotland, and a gentleman from China. Eric Goodlock, Derek Love, and Eddie C., respectively. That created these watches, and you know, I'm going to put a link to the website down below, because I'm going to pick one of these up myself. I believe I'll probably do the light blue. It's available in a couple different colors: the light blue, a denim blue, green, and black. But I like this light blue, this sky blue. As you can see, I've put it on one of my blue NATOs. I really like it on a traditional NATO, although that Beta Rice is just amazing. So I really don't have anything to say bad about this watch. The EMG watch is Nemo from EMGwatches.com. Thumbs up, guys.